Hello. I'm here. No worries. We've done it. We're back. It's two teams fighting against each other. Munition versus Decay. Nepal will be the first choice. It's a best of 5. It'll be great. It'll be fun. There's some versions of a pit. Let's see if people can get pushed into it. Or just maybe over the edge into the cliffs and the mountains below. There's no fluffy snow there. Just deaden the fall. Just be a long way down until you splat and you dead.
2, 1.
But here we come into Shrine to start things off. Going to go straight to the point. Both teams sporting a Lucio to get there as quick as possible, but a lot of different choices here as a charge coming in for Nalus. Already going in. Hanky throwing once again right at the beginning. And right there you have it. Munitions are going to be coming in hard into this first point as the control point will now unlock. HUD user getting one kill before he gets batted back away. Dying Pie on the Pharah, actually. He's been flexing his way around. We've seen some Widow. We've seen some healing. But now he's already at 85% of his Rocket Barrage to see if he can put that to use, going through the shields of Switch and the defensive matrix of Mr. Canada. But he's a little late to the party. But as the charge comes in, HUD user will get absolutely destroyed. As Nalus will get booped right back into Switch with the Earth Shatter gets off. It's a 3-piece. Can the follow-up happen? Yes, it does. Dying Pie comes in, throws out his Rocket Barrage, but it's eaten and he gets thrown down right away. Wowee.
My ultimate is almost ready.
Munition are taking no prisoners here. And they have a good chance of defending this next point with a myriad of big old fat ultimates and not much to counteract it on the other sides. Nalus will have to get a great Nalus will have to get a great Earth Shatter here and just have to figure out Switch coming in with the there's the Earth Shatter, but the bomb keeps people out of position here. Oh, but off the edge they go. That's what I'm talking about. Environmental kill number 1. Count along with me. Maybe we'll see more, but in the meantime, the fight back on point. Hanky will even pull out a Transcendence of his own, and Zorch throwing out a little trigger-happy attack visor, because he's throwing all that damage into a Transcendence, but he will get one, at least. Switch coming in with the shields to try and defend more. Big Rig, though, still going around with that Moira, but Biscuits is having none of that. His Zarya play is just mwah right now. High energy, he's getting those grabs like it's nobody's business. Going straight for Mr. Canada, going right through that defensive matrix, sitting at 60 energy. Get some nice right clicks here, so let's see how he can continue to use that. Still, 80 energy now. He keeps on climbing as those cooldowns come off. Right now, HUD user coming in as Tracer, trying to do some cheeky little hits, but Switch getting, that was some odd animation there. Getting pushed over into some of the stairs and statues, but in the meantime, Decay, they're following. They're dying. Zorch picking up Hanky on the other side. But Snow is trying to keep people alive with that Coalescence. Coming in at Zorch himself, but the final little ring around the rosy as the orb is just going to end up sucking the life out of him. And they're going to keep the control point here as they can go for another round. And maybe Dying Pie flex around as well with a Deadeye, see what he can pull up. But he's going to have to obviously go through some shields and maybe defensive matrix if Mr. Canada can time it right. Let's see, with Switch with a nice Flame Strike grabbing that Earth Shatter. He's making his way up. Bit of a split offensive here. Zorch coming in the side. He does grab Dying Pie, but out come a lot of things. Zen, though, keeping people alive. Frost, Transcendence, onto point, pushing in. Zorch helping along with Attack Visor and Big Rig to just put the cherry on the top with the big old laser beam of Coalescence. They put a lot into that fight, but it was probably worth it because they're up by 90%. They still have a lot of things to zone out, especially Mr. Canada. Throw out that self-destruct right in the center. No one can walk right through that. HUD user looking to try to grab on the side, but he can't get there just in time. Don't even need that Dragon Blade, Mr. French guy. They'll keep it going. A good start so far here. As Munition take the first round in what hopefully will be a fantastic best of 5. I'm not losing my voice, you are. On to Village we go. I want to say that's the name of it. We'll say yes.
3, 2,
Because none of you can say no. Woof.
round 2. Capture the objective.
And as both teams opt to go for the high ground, as is usual on this map. And with Biscuits, and got tank changes here. Aeternalis and Biscuits, Orisa and Hog respectively. But Aeternalis is looking really rough in that corner. Will actually demech Mr. Canada, which is a massive get. The French guy going a little too deep, and HUD user will find him in the corner in the building. And that's their call to go in and rush to grab what they can. Mech coming in for Mr. Canada. Snow Hobo flexing himself. He's going to go on to Farah, and actually the point will get taken as Switch is holding that corner just well enough for to get a few percentage points as the limbs are dancing back and forth on either side of the color spectrums, reds and blues. As Zorch is the first one of them to fall, and Switch will take his own as Dying Pie. If he's not dying to a Diva Bomb, he'll at least die to a charge. I think it's half as good. Biscuits throwing away Mr. Canada like the mech trash is. They're gonna push through, and there, take the points. Decay coming back, showing they have muscles as well. But what can they do against a lot of ultimates coming up for Munition here? Dragon Blade, Attack Visor, Coalescence, Sound Barrier, everything is going to be on the table eventually, very soon. Dying Pie may be the saving grace. Ooh, but Biscuit's getting a nice hook right through that corridor. Some nice corners to avoid so that hook does not detach, and Switch getting pulled in. They're gonna have to reset for a second. Biscuits, he's getting real overzealous in here. He's trying to get out, but he's not gonna make it, and there goes the French guy. Wee as he comes in. He's trying to reflect the HUD user's Deadeye, but Frost will be the one to fall actually. Up in the air, it's a Diva Bomb, and there you go. Woo, Dying Pie. There you go. The Prodigal Son returns. Pack it up, everyone. We can go home. Dying Pie has died from a Diva Bomb. Now for some retaliation. Mr. Canada getting hooked in. Biscuits with some fantastic hooks so far. Hooking the big fat people, seems like. Big Rig did get hooked earlier, but could not finish off the kill. And there goes Big Rig's Coalescence coming in from the back, actually. But oh, stun from HUD user, and he fans the hammer right onto her. And out comes Supercharger in the corner by Alternatus. Oh, well, what did I just say? What? My mouth failed. Aeternalis. And he continues to fire away. Switch will get the kill on both Supercharger and the giver of Superchargers, Orisa. Zorch slowly taking that point back, but Dying Pie speeds his way on, and they are going to contest this. And there's a Boostio. Wow, I haven't seen that in quite some time. Snow Hobo in the meantime. Hey, he's on Junkrat. Good to know me. He does grab a Riptire kill on the French guy, but it's not enough, as Munition will retake the point. And once again, Mr. Canada being hooked in, and there's a nice collapse, but not before he can just barely get up. But he is demeched, and he is, oh man, caught on some geometry. Floats his way down into a pill from Snow. Oh, 5v6 on point. Can they keep it up into 99%? Munition is trying their hardest here. And French guys looking to seal the deal. Biscuits getting a hook onto Big Rig once again. Fades away though. The French guy can only grab one. Pie is just too slippery. A slippery snake at the moment. Out comes Zorch to seal the deal once again. There you go. Attack Visor kill, and boom, bop, bing, 2-0. Munition takes the first map in our best of 5.
Play of the game.
that juicy 100 energy.
Огонь по готовности. Double, triple.
Well done. But we're only just getting started here. Ooh, 8, 9. Who's the one to keep it? You're gonna not do it. Boo! There it is. PogChamp. Let's see what we go to next. Escort. Different map pool for our best of 5. Oh, great. Last time, I believe Decay chose Gibraltar. Let's see if they go with it again. They had a great showing there. Held in the hangar phase right underneath the bridge, where a lot of people like to hold, but they opt for Route 66 instead. We're just seeing all the maps tonight now, aren't we? They want the defense, which is fine by me because we're all set to go. See if those teams be ready. Ready. It's fine. Cottonmouth or something of the like. That's what water's for. Decay are ready. Waiting for Zorch the man to get back. Then we good to continue on. Some spicy Route 66 action. And there they are. Start in 5 as we go in. Florida Mayhem versus the Pachi squad. Let's see who comes out on top. Will the lead extend or will we go to a tied 1-1 series? Wait and find out next time on Moonmoon Dab. Torb. Great pick. Bastion, even better. Quick. Quick pick. Oof. We're struggling now, boys. Nah, I wouldn't believe it for a second. Mr. Canada, of course, going with the Orisa. We saw him play a lot of that on Dorado. French guy going off his usual DPS rolls here and going on to some hog. Maybe some poly orb things to the hook. I don't know what her actual ability is called, Orisa's. I should check that. Or not.
Attackers incoming in 30 seconds.
We're seeing many players actually flexing in and out of different roles. Snow, we've seen on DPS, support, heal, everything. Aeternalis, same thing. Support and tank for sure. Biscuits, been tanking all night long. Dying Pie, support, DPS, HUD user, DPS, Hanky.
3, 2,
They're all switching around. Same on
attackers
Munition.
incoming.
I think Mr. Canada has been one of their only tanks, and
Payload.
probably Big Rig. It's almost been on Moira the entire time. But it looks like getting in, holding on top of Big Earls. Dying Pie will take a nice shotgun right click from the French guy and die right away. As they will continue to push out on top as Biscuits is demeched along with Snow Hobo, who gets shot in the butt as he tries to jump away. So a quick reset will be needed as they push the payload just about where a lot of people get to before diving into Big Earls.
Game on. Facts up.
Many more attempts to come as Snow throwing down an early shield from Winston. He's gonna have to wait quite some time for that to come back as Biscuits disappears into the tunnel, and actually there is a huge ball just trying to get through and capitalize on whatever they can grab. At least getting Switch out of mech will help out a lot, and boy, they were not expecting this aggression from Decay here, just blasting on through. Dying Pie, not forgetting about the payload. 500 IQ decision right there. Biscuits coming through. A lot of kills here. The choice to call, whoever called that out, great communication to get on that after the hook came on to Biscuits. Bold move. So far it's paid off. It's going to be a major stagger here as Switch was just taken down. And Mr. Canada is only now just respawning, and that's going to be quite some time. They may have to let this go. Who knows? They can probably just, I don't know. It'll be tough for them to get around the corners with people pushing their way. Dying Pie maybe trying to boot people around here. Oh, but Big Rig actually fades onto the point to contest it, and Zorch coming in with attack visor, just ground level, looking straight through everyone, but Biscuits coming out, self-destruct, a little oddly placed, not going to grab anything as he goes on the high ground with it. But Snow Hobo coming in with a Primal Rage. He's an angry, drunk monkey man, but he's going to have to sit inside of his bubble as HUD user just barely gets hit by that Diva Bomb. Self-destruct. They're going to continue to fight here as Biscuits trying to take on Big Ring himself. He will get demexed shortly afterwards, and a nice hook from the French guy to grab her as soon as she's demexed. Hanky coming right through. He's just going to try and reflect and dash through, but he may not make it out alive as Switch will grab him down. HUD user got the Pulse Bomb. He'll probably have to wait for his teammates. He wants to come in for some nice close flanking action, perhaps. How is you, Mr. Caster? All right. I'm making it through. Last game of the day, we find an Alternalis. Coming through with Coalescence, going right through. Pulse Bomb from HUD user recently, going right onto Big Rig. A great choice. Getting those supports out of there, but Frost coming in with his own Transcendence to keep it alive. And nice little scoop from Biscuits to just put that self-destruct right in the center, not grabbing anything but zoning. Zorch, once again, coming in always in the later stages of a fight with a tack visor. Self-destruct coming in as well on the other side from Switch. As we've seen this almost like a repeat of the last fight. Snow Hobo coming in with a Primal Rage near the very last stages of that fight. And 30 seconds left already. We've come to that point. As Decay have one more really nice solid effort to get this payload through. They don't have far to go. But what can they come up with? Hanky is the only one close to an ultimate. He is going to be their lifeblood here, and Snow Hobo is just jumping in, and he got hooked, and the French guy comes in with a shotgun to the face, and they're already down to Hanky. Last chance, my man. He's coming in, reflecting through, but Zorch is going to throw out a Helix rocket at his feet. He'll go down. They'll be able to contest this, but not for long. Dying Pie is looking for some last second. He contests fast, but Alternalis, last one once again. This will just be huge staggers if they can even get back, but you got a lot of things coming at you. That'll be the end of that push right there. Transcendence. Transcendence? What? Wins. Frost popped in at late stages for good measure. Not even getting the first point. Depending how you look at it, basically a full hold, in a sense. On a payload map, I'd say. Setting the bar high, looking to extend their lead to 2-0. Let's see how much of an Iron Curtain Decay can put up themselves. Going for maybe triple tank. Well, I may do the job. Triple tank plus May. That could be a very annoying composition to fight against, as long as the healing is right on point. Let's see how Munition will react to seeing this, if they'll be diving straight away, maybe after, if they well, depending on how they do after the first fight, if they choose to alter their composition at all.
The true struggle is for the superiority of ideas.
Dime Pie decide he has had enough. He wants to go home.
Attackers incoming in 30
A
seconds.
tactical death before the game even begins. Easy.
Focus on the task at hand.
Five, four,
Ooh, boy. Coming in once again.
attackers incoming.
Sticking with the trusty Orisa, Mr. Canada keeps on keeping on. This is the shield on the payload, but not a huge deal. The missed Maywall from HUD user, maybe just trying to not have the French guy go through that top lane there, but who knows? Aternalis getting some nice high energy. The hook onto switch, but the French guy comes in for a short rescue mission, but he is getting dangerously close there. He has to dash away before Hanky will start doing too much damage, and Biscuits is calling the offensive, trying to get down there to contest the payload, but he's going to fall for that. The rest of his team is finally just now coming in. HUD user just trying to get to Frost and will grab him after he finally cryo freezes him to death here. Switch getting demeched right in front. A Coalescence already from Hanky. We've seen a lot of fast Coalescence over the time here as more items come out, but Zorch, though, can't quite find a target with his tag visor. Good positioning here from Decay as they're going to beat back the attack here. The French guy's still up on Big Rose. They quite haven't noticed as you get dashed up and back. One last Fire Strike kill from Biscuits on the Big Rig as they build up their ultimate percentages here. Mr. Canada, though, if we see a nice combo with the Supercharger plus the French guy's Dragon Blade, that will be possible huge trouble for Decay. Let's see how they react. Blizzard, though, from HUD user could be one such deterrent they could use, but they still have 2 minutes 15 seconds. One lost team fight here will cost them the game here because they are not that far away. And there goes the Blizzard, just grabbing one Frost. He's caught out, but will finally go down. Grab as well coming in. And the French guy is trying to take names for himself away from the fight just slightly, but it looks like Decay will be coming out on top. Aternalis sitting about 50 energy, not bad. Biscuits, though, he's looking real rough. He's waiting for that heal, trying to get those support ultimates back up. Dying Pie coming back in for a little bit more percentage. Hanky, though, has Coalescence again. Now we're seeing French guy actually going over to some Pharah gameplay. No other changes so far. They're looking to do a big ol' 1-2 punch here. The switch is dangerously close to being self-destruct. He just uses it to get his mech back, but he doesn't throw it anywhere. He was in... Well, he was kind of uncontested, and they just decided to throw it right on the ground, but it doesn't matter. They're just going to rush into the bottom of Big Earls and just clean up here with the Supercharger help from Mr. Canada here. They're going to be pushing it way in. This is going to be really hard for Decay to come in and get a good foothold here because they don't have any ultimates. Snow now just respawning, going to be sticking with the Hog. And HUD user has to get onto that payload. Zorch is going to try and pay him as Biscuits gets knocked out and gunned down by Zorch, and he is just up top, getting uncontested damage and kills here. Snow, my boy, stay alive. Nope, you dead. But self-destruct for the victory. Munition pulls the 2-0 lead so far, but it's not over yet, as the cliche saying goes, from just about all sports announcers since history. Oh boy. We're coming up to super happy fun times. That's right. It's Assault.
Excellence is its own reward.
We're 2CPing it up, baby. Here we go. McDonald's, may I take your order? Would you like Horizon Lunar Colony, Volskaya Industries, or Temple of Anubis? I wouldn't be surprised. Oh no, he did it. He said it. Volskaya. I was gonna say, I expect anything but Volskaya. But, nevertheless, we going. Oh boy. There we go. Defense? Oh, I gotta switch it. Unfortunate. Alright. Decay. Munition. Ooh, they're changing up the decals here. Fuel, Spitfire, more fuel. Oh no. They've revealed themselves. This is not their final form. They're going for it. Houston Outlaws even. Who just 4-0'd Boston Uprising. Spoilers, I guess, if you're one of the VOD viewers. Whoops! Ooh. There we go. Retaliation. Shanghai Dragons. Munition. Pulling it out. They have their own forms as well. Stage 2. Everyone loves a good underdog story. And in we go to a lovely walk down the streets of Russia as we enjoy Volskaya Industries as we lull our way to a tie. Of course, they rush a CSGO means already out. Why not? It's fitting, I guess. Rush B. Now it'll be interesting to see where teams hold here. Munition. Yeah, they're just traipsing about right now. Perhaps hold up near the archway, as many people do, and quick play and competitive. But we've seen in some pro matches, a lot of teams just hold the point, or hold high ground above point. Obviously, you're allowing the attackers to choose their method of destruction, left, right, straight, high ground, but they're gonna opt for right up front.
Attackers incoming. Defend
I guess they have the option to. They have Mr. Canada's ever-present Orisa shield on French guy onto the Junkrat, spamming through the corners. Snow is gonna be throwing up that shield, and Biscuits is gonna be high charge galore here. I would assume those nades are just gonna find that way and charge him right up. And they're going to give the ground already, as actually Aeternalis, oh, he gets trapped, but Mr. Canada comes in with the kill, and there's the rest of the cleanup. This could be close to a team kill here, is how user, but Dying Pie speeding away. They want it. Give it to him. They want it. Maybe Dying Pie will get a boop off? No. Ooh, the range on Moira's right click, questionable, in my opinion, sometimes. Ooh. Oh, that one hurt a bit. Biscuits getting taken down by the Helix rocket off of Zarya Tracer. That didn't last too long, but I think he'll stick with it for the time being. Zooming through to try and get positioning rights. We've already seen Snow onto the Winston. They can't hold the shield for so long because that Hills, man, they're just too good. And they're going to go right through the left door and make their way probably just some high ground up top. But Switch is going to do some chasing. Big Rig coming through. And the push from Switch is good enough to take down Aeternalis. Oh, however you say his name. They are just cleaning up still. Munition, though, coming through strong. Not giving up. Well, they're giving up positioning, but they're good at rotating around and collapsing in when they need to here. Capitalizing on any mistakes the Decay team makes. And already down to 2 minutes we go, and no one on the side of Decay has had an ultimate yet. Obviously they've changed some heroes here, but they're now just starting to push the way into point. But in comes the Riptire from the French guy looking for something, anything. Who's he gonna grab? Hanky. And Aeternalis will drop. But French guy does fall in the back as well. But not much can be done. Self-destruct to get the mech back, maybe to get a nice little kill as well. But Dying Pie, what are you doing? He actually gets the kill onto Big Rig, who has Coalescence, but he will fall in the backlines as well. Won't take too terribly long for Big Rig to get back, but if Decay will push right now, this will be their time before Big Rig can get back, perhaps cutting Rig off from the connections to his team. But he's actually just going to come with Coalescence. But not. Aeternalis has Transcendence to respond. And Zorch, once again, the late stages in the fight, throws out Tac Visor and self-destruct from Switch right in the middle. Dying Pie. That's just a bonus death right there, baby. Dies again to the Diva Bomb. Satiating the crowd. Making sure they feel full. Hanky. Dragonblade. Need I say more? Hopefully he can pull something. With 30 seconds left, HUD user already out of mech. He's got to fight his way in, or he's got to remech himself really quick. And Hanky will grab Zorch. That's a huge DPS loss for them. He's been such a pillar of the Overwatch community. I just saw it myself. But it looks like Munition is coming back with their own blood. Switch getting a 3K. Just coming through. And HUD user will be the last one on point. Demeched, pulled in, exploded. And that, my ladies and gentlemen, will be a full hold on Volskaya Industries. They've set themselves up for a potentially easy take, as they only need that first tick on that first capture point.
Switching sides.
What will Decay do to stave off the attack, the aggression of Munition? Will they take it slow? Will they try to barge their way through those doors and just go straight to point and force the defenders to come to their level, saying, "Come at me, bro"? Boy, it would be nice if maybe French guy sitting on the Doom Fist.
Attackers incoming.
Slime his way to victory. Frost! Thinking about the Mercy.
Stupidity is not a right.
Pros and cons to each hero, obviously. Maybe the resurrection will come in more clutch than I can even imagine.
2, 1.
But maybe HUD user who's on soldier now. I don't think we've quite seen him on that hero yet. And Hanky, up top, way back. Yes, so good. Frost tried his darndest. They were gonna go way in the backside. That's a great line to take. And I guess if Decay needed a break from anything, it was Frost clearly throwing. But right now, Zorch has opened up the door, taking out Pi, who's now just respawning. Long float back for Zen. But the French guy throwing in, he's trying to throw up snow, but the nice reaction time to keep himself on the ground and planted with Rissa's ability there. And right now, HUD user getting bullied by Switch, who has to take an out here, as the French guy just barely grabbing HUD, almost hitting him into the wall, but he just survives with just a bit of health. And now HUD user coming in with attack visor here, who can keep them at bay, hopefully for just a bit longer. Zorch though, see what he can come up with. Tracer, pulse bomb. Hanky though, reacting to Zorch's tracer. Going on to McCree, looking for those CCs. And Switch coming up through the window and will get immediately deleted as the French guy cancels his punch and he rethinks his life for a second. But Mr. Canada and Zorch are coming out for them. Ooh, the backline, but Zorch sticks. I think almost, it looked like on Auto Nautilus, but actually she faded away and then Dying Pi ended up taking the brunt of the explosion. Biscuits sticking on Zarya so far. Demeching, high energy, almost to the grab. It's what they need, but HUD user still has attack visor. Good discipline there, not having to use it when they know they've won. Switch, hello. He's got a change off, I would assume. Yes. Primal Rage off this into the cold depths.
Meteor strike is charging.
Snow throwing his shield up in the air like he just don't care. Landed on top of the archway. That was a mistake. But cooldown's just enough where you can throw it again. Biscuits, he's looking for the grab, but Coalescence are both out. That's a lot to look on the screen. And they're just gonna blast through that. HUD user still holding on to that attack visor. He knew he didn't need to use it. Call out communication maybe was key there. Maybe he's just super smart. On the flip side of things, though, Munition used a lot. They're not coming through. They don't have many ultimates. Transcendence and Pulse Bomb is what they're looking at for the next fight. What can they pull off? What can Zorch do? Clutch it out. Early reflect from the French guy, just peeking in. See what he can do. Biscuits way up front looking to soak up all that juicy energy. HUD user getting pushed off high ground, heals himself back up, and now this is probably his choice to use attack visor. He's going to reposition to go up top. Self for supercharger. Terrible timing though as Transcendence came out and they just pushed through everything, but it is not looking so great. But the positioning from Frost and the French guy avoiding HUD user's attack visor for the time being kept them alive. But now Eternalus down. The boosters a Switch. This is the door they need. Switch demeched, at least able to contest attackers coming in, filtering through. The defenders are rushing their little tiny feet to try and get back, but Zorch coming up huge. That's 2. Can he grab any more? Nowhere near Pulse Bomb, but Eternalus had Coalescence, but he's nowhere to be seen. and they can push them all off the point. The stagger was too much, even with all the throwing from everybody. Munition will take the 3-0. Whew, we didn't go to a tie. Big rig in the spotlight. Just lots of heals and lots of damage put right into her pocket. They stand alone. Munition grabbing, I believe, their first win in the Diamond and Below series here. Who knows? Maybe they'll be around next month to defend their title as the super awesome cool winners of the Moonmoon Diamond and Below number 8. Well, thank you so much everyone for joining and sticking it around for all the long breaks we had. Farming all those Overwatch League tokens, as everyone does. For the crew, I'm hard stuck in Diamond, Mr. Dongles. And for your viewing, observing, and music playing, and Osu playing pleasure, that was Pyro, behind the scenes. Until next time, we'll probably be back with an open next. Open to all ranks. That's where the real Mimi stuff happens. You'll be around middle of next month. Until then, we'll see you all later. Have a good night.